is John Mercer, and I'm a cancer researcher. I work at the Cross Cancer Institute. We're standing outside of the Cross Cancer Institute right now. And I wanted to say a few words about the Cash and Cards Lottery and how it contributes to the research work that I do. So this is a very important fundraising effort for the Alberta Cancer Foundation. And the Alberta Cancer Foundation provides a variety of support for cancer activities in the province, and that includes cancer screening activities, patient care, and it also provides a lot of support to research activities. And as a researcher, that's the area that I'm most familiar with. So if you buy a ticket with a chance to win this fantastic car, at the same time, the money that's spent here in Alberta stays in Alberta, and it provides assistance for my research activities. Over the last few years, for example, it's provided pieces of equipment that I've used. It's supported personnel that have been working on research programs that I'm involved in. It's supported students and trainees. And that's a very important activity because we try to encourage young, very bright people to continue on with a career in cancer research. So these are all things that the foundation and the money that comes from the Cash and Cards Lottery helps to provide for us. My research program, just very briefly, I'll give you a little snapshot of what I do. I'm involved in medical imaging, and in particular in a relatively new type of medical imaging that we call molecular imaging. And what we can do with molecular imaging, you're all familiar with the various imaging modalities like magnetic resonance imaging, CAT scanning, PET scanning. What molecular imaging allows us to do is to develop refinements for those imaging techniques. What we're actually able to do now is not just look at a tumor inside the body, but we can interrogate that tumor and we can ask questions very specifically about how the cells in that tumor are behaving or how they will behave if we try to treat them. The concept here is that we would be able to individualize and personalize patient care. So a patient with cancer would arrive at the hospital. We would do some imaging, and that would give us a very good idea of the best treatment for that patient, because we would look at particular markers on the cells that would direct us to use the right chemotherapy or the right radiotherapy for that patient. Another thing that we'll be able to do is to determine very quickly if a particular type of treatment is working. Now, if we want to answer that question, we generally have to wait for some weeks before we see a change in the size or the shape of the tumor. If we're able to look at changes at the cellular level, we will be able to get that information very, very quickly, within a day. So that's another aspect of the type of research